Hello friends, today we are going to see about programming languages. What is programming language? In the last lecture we have seen about hardware. Hardware means different physical device of the computer. Now what we are going to do is we are going to give commands to this particular hardware, and if you want to give instructions or commands to the hardware, we require programming language. So programming language is used for communicating with the computer, right? To give instructions to the computer, we require a programming language. At the base of the computer language, we have an hardware. Now we want to give commands to this hardware. We require on the top of it, we require different programming language. The first comes is machine level language. Machine level language gives commands in binary format, so which a computer understands it very quickly. Then we have assembly level language. There are some drawbacks of machine level language, because of which assembly level language came into existence, and then afterwards we have high level language. Okay, so today we are going to see details about all the different languages: machine level language, assembly level language, and high level language. We'll see what are the advantage and what are the disadvantage of working with this particular language, and then according to our need we can go for use it. So first we'll start with machine level language. It is known as low level language because there is a direct communications with the hardware of the system using this particular language. So it is known as low level language or machine level language. Why it is so? Because in case of machine level language, the commands are given or the instruction is given in format of 1 and 0, right? That is known as binary language. So as we can see here, 10110. So this is the way you are going to give commands in case of machine level language. Each command will have different sequence of 1010, right? What are the advantage of working with machine level languages? It is, the first and foremost is, it is translation free. Translation free means the program which we are writing is in case of is in 10 format. The computer also understands the same language, so the execution becomes very fast in case of machine level language. There is no translation in between. Directly you are giving the program in 10 binary form which a computer understands or the hardware understands. So it's very fast. Another important is it occupies, there is no extra softwares needed in executing machine level language, so the execution becomes very fast in case of machine level language. What is the disadvantage of working with machine level language? It is error prone, because we human beings, it happens that one binary digit may becomes flipped. That is, 1 may become 0 or 0 may become 1 when we are typing the program or writing the program, right? So it is high, the rate of chances of errors is very high in case of machine level programming, in case of machine level language by the programmer. So we need to make sure that we write it very slowly so the errors are minimum or there are no errors in the program. So it becomes a time consuming process. Because of this, though it is very fast in execution, but for human beings it was not very comfortable machine level language. So then afterwards came the assembly level language program. In case of assembly level language program, we are going to use mnemonics, or you can say opcode. Opcode means operation code. Okay, so using mnemonics or the opcode, we are going to instruct the computer as such what commands we want to give it to the hardware of the computer. What is the format of giving commands in case of assembly level language? First is opcode and then we have operand. Opcode means it will define or tell the command what operation you want to perform on the computer. Operand means for performing this particular operation we require some values to be given. That values are operands here. So say for example, I have mentioned here add 3, 4 means add is the opcode, operation code, 3 and 4 is the operand. So we are going to add two numbers, that is 3 and 4. That's the instruction we are going to give it to the computer. Now in case of assembly level language program, we require some extra software, and the software is assembler. What is the job of assembler is, it is going to convert your assembly level language program into a binary format, right? So whatever come, because your computer does not understand what is A, what is D, what is 3, what is 4. We need some software which will convert into a binary format, and that software is assembler. What is the advantage of working with assembly level language program? That it is easy for the programmer to program in case of assembly level language, because now we don't need to program using 1010, and there are chances of errors which was very high. In case of assembly level program, it becomes easy because we are going to use words and not binary. Well, we are going to use numbers 3, we are going to use number 4, and so on. So the chances of error becomes very less in case of assembly level language compared to machine level language. What is the disadvantage again here in case of assembly level program? That is the opcode. The opcode is different for different processors, right? So if you are working on one processor, the list of opcodes may be differ compared to the other processor. So for each processor, we need to write a separate assembly level language program, because of which it becomes time consuming. Okay, so this was all about your assembly level language program. Then afterwards came high level language. Since the portability was very less in case of assembly level language, portability means the program which we write in assembly level language was different in case of each and every processor, right? So if you write one program in one processor, it does not get executed in another processor. That is known as portability, which was very less in case of assembly level language program. And then afterwards came high level language. In case of high level language, we are going to use simple English words or symbols to execute our program. Okay, so we are going to use a day-to-day like symbols and words in writing the program. So it becomes easy for the programmer to remember the things or the commands. Which are the software languages that are available in the market? High level languages, that is Java, C, C++, Python. These are the languages that are available in the market for high level language programming. Say for example, if I want to give command in case of high level language, I will not use add now. I will simply write sum equal to A plus B. It means what? I want to plus means addition, which is a basic symbol for addition, and I want to perform addition of two numbers which are stored in A and B variables. And the result I am going to store it in sum. So it's a basic normal syntax or method of doing additions in our day-to-day life, which we are going to use it same way in our programming language also. Again, the same thing. In assembly level language, we require a software that is assembler. In case of higher level language, we will require either compiler or interpreter. And the job of this software is to convert your program into a binary format. And because unless and until you won't convert it into a binary format, your computer will not execute it, because it does not understand unless you convert your program into high level language. What is the advantage of working with high level language? Very, very easy compared to assembly level language program and compared to machine level language. In this case, the words are normal English words, or the symbols are normal symbols which we use in our daily lives. It becomes very easy for the programmer. So the programming becomes very fast. Another is, it is highly portable. It means what? The program which has been written in one processor can easily or with minor changes be executed on another processor also. The portability is very high in case of high level language program. Disadvantages, we have a very poor control on the hardware of the system, right? So directly if you want to manipulate the hardware or change some settings of the hardware using high level language, it becomes very difficult. Okay, so we have a poor control on hardware, unlike machine level language. Machine level language has full control on hardware of the system. The execution time is also higher. Why it is higher in case of high level language? Because there are different stages of converting in, of getting the final result. That is, you program it, you compile it, and then you get the result in the binary format. And after getting the result in binary, you will find it. After converting a program into binary, you will get the final result. So it becomes very time consuming. Now as I said, in case of high level language, we require softwares like compiler and interpreter. Let us understand what is the difference between compiler and and interpreter. What is exact, when to use compiler, when to use interpreter. So we'll study in detail about compiler and interpreter. The first one is compiler. What this compiler does is, it will scan the complete program and then it will translate it into a binary format. So if you have 10 lines of program, the compiler will read from first line to 10th line and then it is going to convert it into a binary format. But in case of interpreter, what it does is, it will read the first line and convert it into binary format. It will read the second line and convert it into a binary form. So the execution is line by line in case of interpreter, while in case of compiler it reads the complete code. Now regarding generation of errors, that is, the errors in case of compiler are generated after reading the complete code. So after reading from first line to the 10th line of the program, the last line of the program, whatever errors we have in the program will be listed at the end, right, in case of compiler. So then afterwards you have to go and rectify the errors. But in case of interpreter, what it happens is, it will read the first line. Suppose if there are no errors, it will come to the second line. In second line, if there is an error, your interpreter will stop and it will report this error to you. You have to rectify the error and then come back again, right? In compiler, the execution time is faster because the list of errors we get, or the conversion is done after reading the complete code. But in case of interpreter, it is a bit slower because the line by line error is generated, and every time whenever an error is generated, you have to go back to the code and rectify the errors or solve that errors before getting the final output. In case of compiler, again, whatever code we have written in case of high level language, right, the code does not directly get converted into binary language in case of compiler. What does compiler does is, you have your program, it gets converted into an object code, and from object code it gets converted into machine level language or the binary language. But in case of interpreter, it is not so. In the interpreter, there is only two stages. You write down the program, you use the interpreter and convert it into a binary format. There is no intermediate code is been developed in case of interpreter. What are the programming languages that use compiler? That is C and C++ uses compiler to get the list of errors and to convert it into a binary format. While in case of interpreter, HTML, Python, these are languages which uses interpreter to convert your program into a binary format. So today we have seen about the different programming languages and the software which are used with this particular programming language, like assembler, compiler and interpreter. We have seen the advantage and disadvantage of each and every language. So whenever our needs, as per our needs, we can go for using this particular language. But as I already said, that high level language are right now most used in the market today because of the comfortability in working or doing programs using higher level language. So this was all about programming language. Thank you very much. See you soon in the next lecture. Bye-bye.